It is time that our voice is finally heard. Let me talk you through what I'm thinking and what I'm going to be doing. Let's get into it. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of this community. If you haven't done so already, you definitely want to make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's going to get spicy going forward. Let's talk through it. So as you probably know, because of course you've been watching my videos over the last few weeks and months, there have been a number of letters that have been sent to the president calling on him to include a fourth stimulus check and monthly recurring payments into the American Families Plan. At the same time, there was also that completely separate letter calling on the president to boost SSI benefits, supplemental security income, to 100% of the federal poverty level. Meanwhile, last week, we got a joint statement out of the IRS and Treasury saying that they're going to start sending out monthly checks to people earning $150,000 starting in July. Well, as you probably known, because over the last week or so I've been talking about this a few times, I still can't make sense of sending out a monthly payment to somebody earning $150,000 a year. Meanwhile, we are completely sidestepping those people who actually need monthly stimulus checks right now to help them out during this difficult time. Those people living on a small fixed income like Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, and just low-income individuals. So, what am I going to be doing? Well, here's where it comes down to where I'm going to be asking for your assistance to help me walk through this so that I can add everything that we need into what I'm going to do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write my own letter. I'm going to draft my own letter, and I'm going to send it to the people in Washington, asking them for exactly what we need during this time. Hey, there's no rule that says I can't write a letter and send it over there, so I'm going to. And here's what I'm asking from you. I need your assistance. I need you to leave me some comments down below and let me know what you want me to write in this letter. Now again, I'm going to be the person that writes it. I'm going to be the person that sends it over, but we're going to do this together, as in I want to hear from you to see what we should include. I'm writing this letter on the behalf of all of you and this community because, as I said, I still can't wrap my head around this whole idea of sending out monthly stimulus checks to people earning $150,000 that don't even need the money, meanwhile completely forgetting about all of the people that I advocate for here on the channel. You know what I mean? I've talked about it a few times. But let me lay out my ideas. In fact, last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, I released a video talking about my proposals. Once again, who says that I can't make proposals? I don't think there's a law that says Matt on YouTube cannot make his own proposals. Well, I did in that video. Let me recap what I'm thinking and what I'm really going to be calling for in my letter. Here's the thing. I'm not going to ask for anything elaborate. I'm not going to go over the top. I'm going to make it very clear-cut and dry, straight to the point. I'm not going to beat around the bush with a bunch of fancy language. I'm just going to say, here's what we need. We need to look out for the people who are most vulnerable and highest at risk. Does that sound familiar? This is the language that they use. I'm going to use words like that and say, hey, we've completely sidestepped this population. It encompasses about 70 to 80 million people in our country. Well, we need to do something for these individuals rather than just completely forgetting about them as if they don't even exist. This is not fair, especially when we want to rebuild an economy based on unity and equity. Doesn't sound like equity to me. Anyway, so my proposal is this. I'm going to make it super simple and straight to the point. We need to send out a fourth stimulus check, $2,000, for those individuals earning under $40,000. Now, when I say earning, I mean everybody with an income under $40,000. And yes, including those of you receiving Social Security, retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, SSDI, VA, RRB, and just low-income individuals. So that's what we're calling it, a one-time $2,000 stimulus check for everybody under $40,000 of income. Additionally, I'm going to call on them to include monthly recurring stimulus checks through the end of 2021 at an absolute minimum. Now again, I know it could be longer than that. I know we should be calling for more than that, but like I said, I'm not going to ask for too much. I'm just going to make it very clear cut. Through the end of 2021, these individuals earning under $40,000 need to see a monthly stimulus check going forward. As I said, Those individuals earning $150,000 a year are going to be getting a monthly stimulus check starting in July through the end of 2021. Why shouldn't everybody else earning under $40,000 that maybe doesn't qualify for these other child tax credit checks that are going out in July to these other people I've been referring to? So this is what I'm going to be calling on. Additionally, I'm also going to make a little note in there and say, hey, there's another letter that floated out calling on increasing SSI benefits to 100% of the federal poverty level. At the same time, there has been talk about reforming Social Security and boosting Social Security benefits to 125% of the federal poverty level. I'm going to make a note in there and just say, hey, you guys need to examine this. Please visit this at some point. But our top priority right now is getting this fourth stimulus check made out, work it up, get it going, and get it out to the people immediately. These people are struggling. They need it now. We cannot wait any longer. At the same time, we need to offer monthly stimulus checks to these same individuals who may not be qualified to receive these monthly stimulus checks that are a form of the child tax credit. So, super simple. It's cut and dry, right? Seriously, a fourth stimulus check, monthly stimulus checks through the end of the year. That's it for everybody under 40 grand. Super simple. Now, what I want to hear from you, leave your ideas down below. I'm going to go through all the comments as I usually do, and I'm going to see what else everybody else is saying. If there's a few ideas that keep popping up, of course, I will add that into my letter. But don't worry. Before we send this thing off to Washington, I'm going to come on here and I will have Corey, my wife, read the letter to you. And after that, we're going to, again, ask for your opinion and ask for some revisions. At that point, we will go back to the letter. We'll revise it in any way that we need to. And then we'll come back and read you the final draft before we actually send it off. So there's going to be a little while here. It's going to probably take a few days to get this thing worked up and the videos produced and get your opinions and things like that, the proper amendments, things like that. But other than that, we need to do something. As I've said so many times in other videos, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Well, guess what? We're not squeaking loud enough. We need to squeak louder. Seriously. Everybody else is getting so much stimulus right now. There are so many other groups of people getting so much free money that's just being handed out left and right, like it's going out of style and it's like helicopter money that are just dropping out of the sky for everybody except for basically everybody that I advocate for here on the channel. Here's what I may also do. As many of you probably know, there's a number of other big YouTubers here that talk about this stuff. In fact, there's a handful of pretty big guys out there. I may even reach out to some of these guys and say, hey, you guys know me, I know you, let's all hook up together and let's push it. Seriously, between all of these bigger guys here on YouTube, we encompass millions upon millions upon millions of people that watch our videos in any given week. I mean, literally, I can think of like 4 other guys right now that between like the 5 of us, we probably get 10 million views a week. I mean, seriously, more than that probably. 10, 15, 20 million views a week between just a few channels here. So, I mean, seriously, we could make a huge impact if I reached out to a few of these guys and said, hey, here's my letter, here's my proposal. Do you guys want to back it and see kind of if we can start pushing this thing? We could reach tons of people. Get what I'm saying? So this could get really powerful really fast if we get a bunch of momentum behind this thing. So here's what I'm going to ask of you also. Share this video. Please share this video. Let's get some momentum going. Let's get the ball rolling. And the faster we can get this thing moving and going, the more momentum and speed we're going to get behind it, the more power it's going to have, and the more impact and influence we will also have. You know what I mean? I've said that before as well. So I'm going to get to work. I'm going to start drafting my first letter. I will come back to you when I have my first draft done. We'll read it to you, and we'll make any necessary revisions and ask for anything else. But we're basically just going to like landscape Washington with this letter. I'm going to send it out to a bunch of people in Washington. We need to send it out. I can't just send it to the president. Honestly, he'll probably never see it, but I'm going to send it to him anyway. I'm going to send it to a bunch of people in Congress. The reason for that is you got to cast a really big net. You never know who's going to see it, but all it takes is one. Right? So cast a huge net. That's kind of my philosophy of life. Cast a really huge net, and hopefully you catch a big fish. Or whatever you're fishing for. whatever. All right, anyway, thanks everybody. I'm excited about this. I'm going to get to work on this, and I'll catch you again soon. Please leave your thoughts down below. I'm excited to see what you have to say. What do you want me to include in this letter? And please feel free to share this video so we can get some more support for this thing. Thanks again. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Oh, by the way, if any of you other big YouTubers are watching, you guys know who you are. Please reach out to me. Let's hook up. Seriously, let's do this. Seriously, it's all on behalf of our communities. It would benefit everybody, like our communities. Let's speak out for our communities. That's what I'm doing here. So let's do it. Anyway, make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video. Share this one and check out any of my other 1,100 videos right here on the channel. Thanks, everybody. You're awesome, and I'm so glad to be your daily advocate. Thank you.